Despite our efforts, COVID-19 plunged many families into mourning and seriously hampered the functioning of our economy and society.
Let me start by thanking you, the founder and president of ICT University, for all the good things you have said about me. Very touching. I must thank you, though, that you didn't refer to me as general. You refer to me as doctor, you refer to me as chief, you refer to me as professor, you refer to me as president, you even remember to refer to me as farmer. Maybe you forget, maybe it's deliberate, but I am happy that you didn't refer to me as general, because when I was in politics, those who want to make sure that they run me down, that I'm not a Democrat, they refer to me as general. And it's only those who are my friends and who are my allies in politics that refer to me as chief or even as president. The founder and president board of trustees, Professor Victor Barika, the former prime minister, an old friend, the Minister of State and Minister of Higher Education, the Vice Chancellor, and members of Senate, the members of Diplomatic Corps, the Ambassador of South Africa, and the Deputy High Commissioner of Nigeria, staff and students of ICT, graduating students, family and friends, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and I must add the Nigerian special invention, all protocols observed. Let me begin by thanking the President of the Republic of Cameroon and my dear brother and friend, Paul Biya, and all the state officials who received me when I arrived from Zanzibar yesterday for the warm reception and the arrangement made for my visit. The President of the Board of Trustees has referred to it. Although the President of the Republic was not around, but I could feel his presence with the warm reception that was made for me. Let me also thank the President of the University, who has been relentless in trying to bring me here for the last 3 years or so. I've always wanted to come and and see with my own eyes the great work that is being done here, and of which he has always spoken to me on all the occasions he has visited me in Abeokuta. Unfortunately, there was always one constraint or the other, and I couldn't come. So you can imagine my pleasure and delight of being able to join you today to celebrate with you on the joyous occasion of the 2021 graduation and commencement ceremony. Victor, if I can be a bit less formal, let me say to you and commend your effort that you are making great and wise investment. You are investing in these graduating students and all the students that will pass through the portal of this institution. You are investing in their today and their tomorrow. You are investing in the today of their family and their tomorrow. You are investing in the today of their community and their tomorrow. You are investing in the today of this country and this country's progress and development for tomorrow. It is a wise investment, and I can only pray that God will compensate you for your hard work. Let me also thank the Nigerian High Commission for the wonderful arrangement they have made also to receive me since I came in yesterday. In terms of making me feel at home, the Commission decided to give me Nigerian food, which is not too different really from Cameroon food, but it has the Nigerian. I thank you very much. I wish to specially thank the university management for the honor of my recognition to be conferred, and of course, it has already been conferred, it will appear, by the president of the university. During this ceremony, as a distinguished visiting professor of the university, I assure you that this is a responsibility that I take seriously. And only yesterday, and the president has mentioned it, I was saying to the Vice Chancellor that I do not take this responsibility lightly, and I will want to actualize, I would like to actualize it by making sure that I'm able to give at least one lecture here a year, if possible, two. It is also my delight to know that you'll be commissioning this afternoon the new ICT University building. Being a proprietor and a chief promoter of the first private university of science and technology in Nigeria, the Bells University of Technology, which is 6 years older than this university, I can appreciate the import of this new addition to the physical facilities of the university. My dear graduating students, I must say I've been highly impressed from what I have heard and what I have seen. After 4 or more years, depending on the course of study, of lectures, practicals, tutorials, internship, tests, and more tests, and in fact, practical projects like the one you have shown us, you are now ready to be admitted to various degrees, and in fact, you have just been admitted. Your family and friends have congregated today to rejoice with you, and I rejoice with you as well. You are now a changed person from when you were admitted first as an undergraduate in terms of knowledge and skills in your different ICT courses. The ICT University Cameroon offers training in several programs, including information technology, software engineering, telecommunications, accounting and business management. I am confident that in these programs, you have the benefit of quality training in the fundamentals, current status, and future directions of ICT. Hardware and software segments did not escape your gaze in each of the ICT courses. This training has positioned you to be a major player in the 5th Industrial Revolution and made you arrowheads for the pursuit of the Sustainable Development Goals and the African Union's Agenda 2063, and of course, your own country's 2035. Your training has underscored the fact that artificial intelligence is all around us, from self-driving cars and drones to virtual assistants and software that can guide you when moving from one city to another in Cameroon. Digital fabrication technologies are interacting with the biological work on a daily basis. Engineers, designers, and architects are combining computational design, additive manufacturing, materials engineering, and synthetic biology to pioneer a symbiosis between microorganisms, our bodies, the products we consume, and even the buildings we inhabit. In soccer, for which Cameroon is famous, you had what is called the most valuable player. This country has such globally renowned valuable players like Orujamila, Samuel Eto'o, and PATYCHOU. Dear graduates, I foresee you emerging in the coming months and years in the elite list of valuable players in driving the wheels of the 5th Industrial Revolution and among the architects of the 6th. If you sustained, indeed, elevate your current tempo of quality, I also foresee this university in not too distant future on the list of top 10 universities in the world in ICT, rubbing shoulders with MIT and Caltech. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I was given the liberty of choosing the topic of this commencement speech. I was quick to select a topic that will lead me to reflect with you on what in computer lingo can be called the processor of successor. Hence, the title of my address is The Hidden Processors of Success Beyond ICT Knowledge and Skills. Let us set the stage for the use of the processor analogy. For an ICT-driven gadget, such as a telephone, a clock, a car, laptop, or desktop, to successfully operate, the processor should be functional. You can have all the high-end hardware and software in the device, like the phones almost all of you are holding now in your hands and your pocket as I speak, but without a functioning processor, you have a literally dead device in your hand. Over the years, you have acquired the high-end hardware and software of your courses. You have been taught the latest in cyber security, artificial, quantum computing, big data science, current and emerging programming languages. You know the ABC of operating systems and all the razzmatazz of multi-threading. So, you are good to go into the world. Or are you not? You are, so you think. To be truly kitted for the world you are walking into, you need to activate and strengthen what I have labeled processor for success. There are several components of this processor. What I intend doing in this address is to focus on a handful, which can be taken to be among the top ranking. If you permit further analogy, these components can be likened to the variables with the highest canonical loadings or aging values in a multiple regression model. I am sure you can all relate with this concept in your research and statistics class. The first, and not necessarily in order of merit, of the component of the processor for success is humility. And I say that again, humility. Yes, you now have a degree in ICT and related disciplines. Perhaps the first in your family. Should this be the basis for slow swollen-headedness? Surely not. Rather, it should make you sober and meek, knowing that the knowledge you have acquired is made possible by those who know better or those who have acquired such knowledge before you. Humility is a quality of not thinking that you are better than others. It is lack of arrogance and lack of pride. It is submission, but not subservience. It comes with wisdom, and pride comes with disgrace. Humility brings honor along its trail. I entreat you to clothe yourself with humility towards one another. There are several habits of humble people I want you to cultivate or embrace as you go along in life. Humble people have an accurate view of themselves, acknowledge their mistakes and limitations, are open to other viewpoints and ideas, keep their accomplishments and abilities in perspective, and appreciate the value of all things, including other people. Humility is letting others go first, speaking well of others, and congratulating them for a job well done. Giving credit where credit is due, acknowledging both your shortcomings and your strengths. The second component of the processor for success is ability to take advantage of opportunities. Opportunities exist everywhere. Everywhere. In business, politics, education, family, agriculture, engineering, accounting, telecommunications, development planning, public health, and in several other areas. Even opportunity abounds in pandemic, COVID-19. Whatever happens, people will eat. They will eat before, during, and after COVID-19. What opportunity? And how can you take advantage of such opportunity? Did you notice that my list includes all the programs offered in this university for which you are receiving a degree today? Yes. All that you are getting to today is preparing you for what lies ahead. A question that immediately arises is, how do you prepare yourself to take advantage of opportunities? The first is through education. I was happy listening to the president of this institution talking about his primary education and even acknowledging the presence of his primary teacher. All aspects of education is important. You must be curious to learn and to know. You must be mentally and morally prepared. You must see opportunity for learning in all situations. The second is to draw on your innate ability to scan the environment and be sharp-eyed enough to detect opportunities. One of human defect is some of us don't even recognize opportunities. And whatever you can recognize, how can you take advantage of it? It's some, like a sentinel, they can smell opportunities miles away. You must develop that ability. You must be able to smell opportunities from far off, like a dog with an acute sense of smell. While I was in office as President of Nigeria, my government provided ambient environment which enables a number of the billionaires in Nigeria today to make their money. As I always say, I never gave any of them a dime, but we provided policies that allow opportunities, and some of them took advantage of the opportunities. While the ambient environment was provided for all, those who saw opportunities in this environment took advantage and are now celebrated today in their successful endeavor. Most of them are also sources of blessing to others. Most of them are investing not only in Nigeria, but they are investing all over Africa. They took advantage of opportunities and they are successful. My dear graduating students, you are familiar with the maxim, opportunity knocks but once. You may never have a second chance when you allow an opportunity to go unrecognized. In your quest to achieve success in life, I encourage you to be deft in the assessment of opportunities around you and to take full advantage of them. When you fail, try, and try again. It is not all roses. If you read, watch TV, listen to radio, converse with friends, and walk around your city or village area, you will be amazed at the opportunities that pop up for you as an ICT graduate. I want to be able to visit this university in a couple of years from now as a distinguished visiting professor to learn that at least 50% of the graduating students or graduating class of 2021 took my advice and are now gainfully employers of people in their small, medium, and large-scale businesses. The third component of the processor for success is the development and strengthening of 21st century skills. These include collaboration and teamwork, creativity and imagination, critical thinking, and problem solving. We now live in a world that is inundated with motley challenges, including climate change, violent extremism, raging pandemic, and political conflict of unimaginable proportion in all regions of the world. You need these skills to be able to contribute in your individual and collective ways to douse the tension the world is experiencing. The world needs team players, critical thinkers, and problem solvers. You have to stand up to be counted among the ranks of persons with these attributes. Most of the causes of dispute, conflicts, and violent confrontations in the world today are, or they emanate from poor management or mismanagement of diversity. And yet, diversity is natural. Also, we must not treat, whether it's perceived or real, injustice with abandonment or neglect. Injustice must not be part of our living experience. These are normally what cause conflict, and you, in your going into the world, one must understand this and prepare to make your own contribution to reversing or eliminating conflicts, disputes, and violent confrontations that are inimical to development and progress in our community and our country. The fourth component, from my own point of view, is commitment. This goes with remaining focused and determined. You can hardly achieve much with wavering and unsteady attention to any cause or project. The ride may be rough and tough. Commitment will keep you on course and enhance your competence and performance. Whatever you have to do it with all your heart, your body, your mind, and your soul. There should be no half measure or half-heartedness. There must be faithfulness and loyalty to the cause, the assignment, the project, or the work in hand. Let it be said that if you give him or her a task and he or she accepts to do it, he or she will not fail. And if he or she does, it will not be because he or she has not deployed best endeavor. And you, given the task, will not be able to do better, no matter how hard you try. Let that be said of you. That is commitment with responsibility. And take responsibility, and it will be well with you. Let me end with the fifth component, which is prayer. For success in life, you have to be prayerful and remain close to God. When at a crossroad, go to God in prayers, and if possible, engage in fasting as well. But meditate in the Word of God. When in need of guidance to make choices in life, go to God in prayers. When you encounter failures and or disappointment, and you really have a wall blocking your progress, go to God in prayers. And let me give a bit of my own experience in this. Victor didn't remember that I was once a prisoner, thanks to Abacha. And when I was in prison, of course, I was isolated. But in prison, I had joy. You'll be wondering. And it was in prison I realized that there's a difference between joy and happiness. Because you cannot be in prison and say you're happy. Then they will say his head needs to be examined. But I had joy. I was close to God. And God made me to have joy inside me. And when you are close to God, God will be with you, no matter the circumstances. Give him thanks always, and he will meet you at the point of your need. These are my 5 highs of this processor for success. They are by no means exhaustive. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, graduating students, in this address, I identify 5 components in what I labeled processor for success. I should reiterate that there are other components, but I only selected 5 for the commencement lecture. In concluding my use of the analogy of the processor, as you are aware, processors run on different clock speeds. It is my prayer that in applying these components, you run on higher rating of gigahertz in order to assure you greater successes in life. My final words to you are that as you go forth, always remember the following. Your communities need you. Cameroon needs you. The world needs you. You have been prepared for the task ahead, and the time to prove it is now. There will be challenges, but you have all it takes to deliver. And delivery is important. Go out there and make us proud. Once again, I thank the founder and President, Board of Trustees, Professor Victor Barika, for inviting me to this ceremony. And I wish you all a very successful celebration, and the graduating students a very successful life. Thank you very much.